Hello, all. I'm Michael with WriterSanctuary. Today, I was supposed to start my courses for my bachelor's degree for creative writing, but after careful consideration, I decided to try something else instead. Now, it's not because I didn't like Southern New Hampshire, it's just things kind of didn't piece together well enough. So, what happened is that I spent a lot of time looking at the University of Colorado. Now, the University of Colorado does have a couple of creative writing programs, and there's a creative writing bachelor's degree, or I can go for English, rhetoric, and something else. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it has a lot of really cool classes in it. But I decided I'm going to try my efforts in the University of Colorado for a couple of different reasons. First of all, my Pell Grant wouldn't have covered all of SNU. They were $990 per class, and they were only going to cover 612 of it or 616 of it, something like that. So some of that money would be for me to start would have to come either out of pocket or I'd have to get a loan. Now, I am totally against getting loans, mostly because I'm a little bit gun shy of to what happened to me in Westwood. But the way I view loans is that if I can't afford the monthly payment now, I'm probably not going to be able to afford it then, and then when it comes due. That's because there's no guarantee that I want to make any more money down the road than I do now. Now, loans do help quite a few people, but in my case, in my experience, it's just not going to be feasible, especially since I don't really make all that much and my yearly income only goes up maybe 1,000 or 2,000 every year. And if you know anything about economics, you'll notice that 2,000 a year just isn't enough. So, what my experience with Westwood back in 2001 made me quite gun shy when it comes to getting loans of any kind or accepting any kind of financial aid. Even the Pell Grant, which is pretty much at this point guaranteed funds, I don't trust that it's going to be there. I have a lot of issues. But since CU is about more than half the price of SNU, I figured that the Pell Grant should be able to cover all of that with a dash extra. That's not including the potential for in house funding of other kinds that we're looking into. But it's cheaper because I'll be a resident here in Colorado. But CU has a lot of courses that piqued my interest. I'm half tempted to take them whether I'm going for the bachelor's degree or not. In fact, in one of the English programs, the screenplay writing course is available, but it's not available in the creative writing, so I don't. That's a little odd to me. So, what does that mean? I have to get two bachelor's degrees if I want to get the stuff from the other course as well? I guess I can just take them separate, but that's going to cost even more money. Bottom line is that CU has a lot of classes in it that are very, very interesting to me, and I'm looking forward to diving into them. Best part is that the campus is actually relatively close. Essentially, it's about 10-15 minute drive from here. And that's in case I have to be in person. Now, a lot of the creative writing classes are in person, but the rhetoric ones looks like the majority of those are online. So I'm not really sure which one I want to go with. But if I pick the creative writing course, at least it gets me out of the house. And that's one of the biggest things. It says I'm cooped up here a lot. So being able to leave to go to school is actually quite beneficial throughout the week. Keeps me from getting stabby. Another highlight of doing the CU courses instead is that they start in August, which means I have a few months to try to stabilize some kind of income in case I don't have a Pell Grant, which I do, or have to take out loans, which I don't want to do. The idea is to try to get the blog's YouTube channel to cover the cost for tuition, which isn't really a lot in the grand scheme of things. I mean, I would only need to make $8.29 a day between the blog and the YouTube channel in order to cover tuition at CU. But when you have a writing channel, you really don't make a lot of money. So at least I can get up to that point in order to pay for tuition in case everything falls out. Always have a backup plan. Now, I highly doubt that I'll probably need all that money out of pocket because I do have a Pell Grant and I am eligible for several scholarships. But like I said, I don't guarantee myself that money. I view it as it doesn't exist until it's in my account. And in this case, it doesn't exist until it pays for the course. Again, that was from Westwood. Westwood screwed me on financial aid, and a lot of it had to come out of my pocket, and I kind of got bent over a table without lube. So now, when it comes to school loans, I view them a little bit differently than most. Like I said, though, I can see how loans can help a lot of people get started and get on their feet. But at my juncture, loans just aren't realistic. Mostly because I'm mistrustful of everything. Another aspect of going to CU is that my daughter's going there at the same time, and I think it'd be fun and to be the embarrassing parent who follows her around. Not really, but kind of. I mean, I'm not that embarrassing. Ish. Anyway, I am still working on trying to get my master's degree in creative writing. Just going to be postponing it for a few months and going to see you instead. That's okay. I kind of like the idea of going to classes here that are locally anyway. Um, I think I need to get out of the house, so I might just take the ones that are off or that are on campus rather than just online. There's something to be said about actually leaving the house and meeting some people. Of course, that all hinges on whether we have an educational program in August. I mean, who knows what's going to happen over the next few months? There's cuts of all kinds. I don't know. I'm not holding my breath for it. We'll see. Anywho, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. For more videos about self-publishing, blogging, freelance writing, or anything else I cover, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. I think it's going to do it for me today. I'm going to get this video up and published and work on my book. I'll see you next time.